Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
And a very good evening. It's Friday, Drama Friday. How are you all? It's been a day of days. I don't know if you saw my community tab where I sort of just mentioned that two of my grandkids have actually left middle school today. So, yeah, it's a bit sort of emotional for them and for, for their parents. But for me, I'm like, okay, been there, done that. They'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So, yeah. So, so there's that. Um, what else is there? Do you know what, guys? There's so much. It's just ridiculous how much I was going to be talking about something a little different, but there's a gift that keeps on giving. And part of the reason for that is thanks to this darling person here. Hi, Capone. How are you, sweetness? I hope you're well. I hope you're very, very well. Who knew? Who knew that such a furore would occur? It's isn't it ridiculous? Moosey, hi Moosey. How are you, darling? Bridges in the house. Justice for Capone. Yeah, I think so. We need to get a bit of justice for Capone. How ridiculous though, guys. Really? Come on. For goodness sake. Bridge is gonna be putting up the hashtag in every chat she goes in. Do that. I might do it as well, especially next time I pop into Monty's. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did I or did I not stir up a hornet's nest? So we are going to be going over that. Because we just have to, as I say, it's a gift that keeps on giving. And I'm going to try not to laugh too much. I really am, because I know sometimes it can be annoying when the host is laughing all the time. So I'm going to try not to laugh all the time, but I can't promise that I won't, because honestly, I just laughed till I cried today. Honestly, it was just so funny. Right, who else have we got in here? We've got Betty. Hello, Betty. Hope you're well, darling. Hope you've had a good week. Yeah, Capone, very true. You get the block hammer all the damn time. Now you know what it's like for me, and I think Bridget is getting a taste of it as well, being blocked everywhere she goes. Oh, Lordy Miss Claudie, welcome to my world. Honestly, I'm just used to it now. All this over an innocent question. I know, right? Isn't it insane? Honestly. Hi, Gia. Hope you're well, darling. Monty is paranoid and unhinged. Do you know, I can't argue with that. I just can't argue with it. Monty was so mad though. You are going to laugh. I am going to laugh. I don't know. For those of you that want to see the video that I did on it, it is on my channel. I was actually going to be going over it now, but he gave me another gem. So I think we're going to go over the gem because it's so funny. Stop laughing, Jan. We have Edna. Edna in the house. Hi, darling. I'll send the link very, very soon once I've said hello to everybody. Sherry Amore. Hello, sweetheart. I hope you're well. I hope you've had a good week. We've got Gregory in the house. Hi, Gregory. Hope you've had a good week. Yeah, so let me see. What have you said, Gia? Yes. Do you know, it does make you wonder, doesn't it, if these people have a humiliation kink? It does. Just that, yeah, just just makes me laugh even more. Yeah, good to see you soon. Good to see you soon. What? It's because I'm excited, guys. Good to see y'all. Sick but listening. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're sick, Amber. Feel better very soon. Um, so okay, nice to have you in here, guys. I just want to say, because I don't really converse, I don't converse with my mods, but you know who you are. I've I've chosen you as my mods because I trust you, plain and simple. Um, and all I'll say is I'm not precious. If somebody wants to come in and say something about me, okay, say something about me. I'll probably address it myself. But if somebody is going, you know, above board, I'll tell you. And if I say to you, I'll just block so and so, then you can kick them from our lovely, pretty room. Okay, that's all I've got to say to the mods. And I want to say thank you so much also for modding for me. I mean, you haven't really had a choice, really. I've just sort of modded you, and it's like, okay. So it's entirely, yeah, you're free reign in here. I think you know what I'm like. You know, I can take it. If people come in and they just having a go, I'll either address them, ignore them, or if they carry on, I'll just say, mods, do your thing. And then you can do it, all right? Because I trust you. I trust you. We've got the chef in. Hello, chef. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you've had a good week. Have you had a good week? We got Sasha. Hello, Sasha, sweetheart. And we've also got Irene. Irene, who used to come in. Where's she gone? I've lost her. Who's hidden Irene? Who's hidden Irene? Where is she? Oh, thank you. It's nice of you to say that. Irene's sort of been sort of following me kind of ish when I used to do Sweet Talk Live. Everyone's welcome. Absolutely. We're not precious over here. Say what you think. I'm not going to block anyone. I'm not going to make up stories about why you're in here, you know. I'm not a conspiratorialist. I'm not. You know, I don't like the conspiracies, to be honest. I just think they're childish, and you know, we can all paint false narratives, tell stories, can't we? But most of us don't bother. But anyway, I think I've said hi to everyone. We've got NoFap in the house. Hi, NoFap. I hope you're good. If I've missed you, I'm really sorry. I'm not used to having more than 3 people in the chat. So right. I'm going to put up the link. Let's do this and do that. Put that in if anyone wants to come in and join in the festivities, the mayhem. You're perfectly welcome too. Right, so guys, you know what we're going to be talking about. Okay, so I don't think I really need to go into any great depth about it, because what I'm going to do is address each and every part, you know, because I ain't got nothing to hide. Okay, so I'm going to address it. So I don't need to sort of go through. My God, I'll be talking for 11 minutes. Sorry, guys. So here we go. Oh, I'm just laughing before I've even started it. All right, let's do this. Give me a yay if you can hear it. If not, I'm going to get really upset.
That your message got retracted, but you were also
Yay or no?
putting out threats there, and then for some reason
I'm looking
that
for
got
yay or no.
retracted. And you know what? Mouse Toes was calling it out yesterday in the chat, so you can say whatever.
And we've got a young, very young, and very attractive, I might say, young man who's come up to join us. Hello, mister. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing, love?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh right, no, I'm not going to torture. I'm not going to torture anybody. Torture anybody with Monty's music. That ain't happening. Okay.
Wait,
So we're going to have a bit of a
Monty has music?
party. We'll have a party. Hi, Edna. Edna's always a bit slow in coming through. Edna, love.
Yeah.
Edna.
She may be on mute.
She's on mute. Come on, Edna. Wake up, darling.
Hey, I'm
We've got a
here.
video. Oh, she's there.
Okay,
She's
okay.
there. Okay, sweetheart. How you doing, darling? Have you had a good week?
I have. I'm trying to think what happened. Of course, I'm so nervous, like you said, more than 3 people. I don't know what to say, but it's been a good it's been a good week.
I don't. I've no idea why we've got so many people in. It's really.
I haven't a clue.
It's a good.
I
It's a
know.
good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
No, I kind of
Period.
like it when there's only a few of us in here, though.
Well, you know, so I've
Ah.
been doing. Well, I haven't did for Fridays, but Wednesdays I've been advertising on my page, on my lives and in my videos that we do Wellness Wednesday over here, and I also been slapping your link over there too. But I haven't done it for Friday yet because it's my first Friday here, so I will start doing it for Fridays too.
I'm liking your backdrop. That looks very nice. I like
It's the
it.
wall. Oh, the wall. That's the
Yeah.
wall.
Yes.
I like
And we
it.
see the reading glasses. See, Chef came prepared.
Yeah. Hi, Dawn. How are you, sweetness? Anyway, so listen, we're going to get into this,
Dawn.
okay? Because you know what Monty's like. He does ramble a bit, and yeah. So, oh, hang on a minute. What No Fat said? Girl World spread rumours that Jam was a no-go zone. I got that impression from the anti-haters and petty fam. Yes.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
what they tried to do was cancel me. I think it's called cancelling somebody where nobody tweets on you.
Oh, well, I didn't get the memo.
Oh,
Me neither. I missed it. Period. Why
you
didn't
know,
miss it?
but do you know what I think? I don't mind that because what it means is I don't get any of the riffraff over here. And
That's
the
true.
people, and also I use my block button. So that means that I can block everybody that I don't want in here. And that's another way to keep your numbers down. So,
Well,
you know,
Jen,
what, darling?
when they do that as well, that only sends people like this that are intrigued of what's going on. Why are there? Why shouldn't we go over there? That makes people want to go over there to see what's going on, to check on it too. So that could actually work against people when they say, "Oh, don't go watch so and so or blah blah blah," because people at this time are trying to figure out like, why shouldn't I be watching them? What's going on? What are they doing? Curiosity killed the cat.
I know, it's mad. And it's like, you know, this Fedora, okay, I've spoken on her before. I really don't want to talk on her again because she's just such a pathetic waste of space. But she doxed me first, and she's been spreading this rumor for what, 3-4 years. And the thing is, everyone believes her. And it's like, why would you believe? I hate to say it, but why would you believe the village idiot? You know why? But they do.
Everybody loves idiot around here. Jeez, I heard Monty saying calling you an idiot, and it hurt my heart. I was like,
Eh,
Monty, no.
Listen, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then
It's a
so
duck.
it's a
That's an
duck.
idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Quack.
yeah, that girl is more than a duck, let me know. And she hides behind, I don't know, she hides behind, I was going to say her stupidity. I don't know. I just can't be bothered to talk about her because I have spoken about her in the past. And, she means nothing to me. She's just a bit of an irritant, really. But
I'm just
having
wondering, does she have a? Oh, sorry. Go
yeah,
ahead.
having said that, she's got quite a few people that believe her. So I can go into live chats where she's like she's a mod in there and she'll kick me
Okay.
out.
Oh,
And that's
So
no fun.
well, all the people sort of on that side, by that side I mean what's he called? Um Oh, he's in this video, Gigi. Yeah, gaining ground. Now, I've heard hundreds of things about gaining ground. I've not really paid any attention to him. I know that he's had spats with Callie and that, people have called him different names, but come on, people call everybody different names. And I'm one of these people that I want to find out for myself who these people are. And
I can
so
understand that.
anyway, so there's Gigi, there's Irate Alex, who I do get on with,
Okay.
and then there's who's the other one, the hillbilly, Belinda. Now, in all of those chats, Fedora is a mod, and
Oh, okay.
and he keeps this spreading this narrative that I've doxed her. Not only doxed her, guys, I've also doxed her father. Now, like I've said before, how do I have the time and even the inclination? I really couldn't
energy.
be bothered. But anyway,
Mm.
so there's that rumor, and all these people believe it. So it doesn't matter where I go on that side of the internet, I'll always get booted, or people will start attacking me, verbally attacking me in chat, and I'm like, oh, for
Jen, that's
goodness.
horrible.
That
Oh,
is.
I'm just used to it, darling. I just don't let it bother me anymore. It's just silly, you know. So anyway, let's get on with this because it does go on a bit, and we're going to stop it and we're going to chat. Yeah, Do you know what? No, Fat. I didn't realise that Gigi is funny. I watched one of his videos about this kind of thing, and I was laughing so much that I even left a message under there because Fedora can't erase my message.
Wait, hold
So
on.
Really?
So I actually left a message in there and said, Gigi, how did I not know you're so funny?
Because
Because,
I have a totally different impression from him from Monty's stream, so this would be interesting.
oh, okay, well,
He's
tell
the
me
guy.
then. What do you know from Monty then?
Well, just just Monty's spats with him, or whatever you would call just going back and forth on the internet. And when someone's all upset, even with Monty, as much as I enjoy his streams and him as a host, when it's spicy Monty, it's not my favorite Monty. So I think maybe seeing spicy GG isn't as appealing to me. So I don't know. He hasn't really sold himself, at least when he's going back and forth with Monty.
Yeah. And it is easy. If you just sort of watch one person and then you see that they're sort of in arguments or like, wars, Twitter
Hmm.
wars or YouTube wars with other creators, you're only really getting one side unless you go over to both of them. And,
That is true.
to be honest, I have to say, I've been a bit guilty in that
Capone
I've
doesn't hear anything.
not necessarily agreed with everything that somebody else has said, but you can't help but have that seed in the back of your mind, can you?
That's
that
true.
perhaps that
But what is
person is like.
the chat saying? Because we don't want to
Well,
forget them. And
well, the chat saying that. Okay, so GG is the guy back here on the screen. I don't want to say his name because I don't know if it's out, but I'm assuming it's out because it's on the screen. Jason, that's GG.
Jason? No.
Yeah, who's the guy with the long hair in the background?
never mind, Chef. Go continue, Jan. Go ahead.
Yeah, never mind, Chef. You just sit there looking pretty, love.
That's not hard to
So
do.
so FFG president and vice president have sent out the presidential orders and they must obey. I don't believe in that. I think I don't know. Are people that naive for that? I don't know. Right, we've got to get through this quickly.
Or different on
Sorry.
YouTube and
He's crazy
Twitter.
too. Yes, people are different on YouTube and Twitter, and that's another reason why I decided to to do lives, because some of the videos I put out, you don't really see me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean,
It's
you're
so
doing my
we hear
edited.
you though.
you're doing my shorts, but not sort of, ordinarily if I put a video together. So anyway, I'm rambling. Bridges per yes, people are that naive. They follow orders. I can't. Yeah, see, I've never followed an order in my life. I just
But
haven't.
that's normal human behavior. Like humans are okay. I wouldn't say normalize it, but it's becoming more and more normal. People like to be told what to do. If you post a short a video and you don't specifically to say follow me, most people are not going to follow you. But if you say hey, people follow, subscribe, they're going to follow you. People like to be told what to do. I don't know if it's like a new age dominancy, that type thing, but I've noticed that more and more and more and more.
That's interesting. People. Oh, hang on. Let's see what Capone has said. People were super mean to me on Twitter, so I assumed everyone felt that way. I'm glad they don't. Oh, Capone, sweetie, no.
No.
Twitter, depending on who you follow, can be an absolute mess. Nearly every day, I see somebody put up a tweet that says, Twitter is just so toxic. I'm going to close my account. I don't use
That's
it
what
that
I did.
now. Did you?
Yes,
Oh,
Jan, I went on there and there was I remember specifically there was a woman from my area that was talking about unaliving herself. And it was just
oh
so
no.
dark, and it was just I just felt like among all the topics that being thrown in the mix, being so close to home, I didn't want to see any more of it. It was too much.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I find Facebook like that. Every time I go on Facebook,
Oh,
it's like, I lost my mum today. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, please.
yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Not
I
that I haven't got a
understand
heart,
sharing
but
things, but it
Hey,
needs to be
April.
at an appropriate time.
hi, April.
Hello.
Right, so we need to get on with this. We've got a nice few people in here tonight. That's
Oh,
nice.
yeah, sorry. We could talk for days and days.
Yeah, it's Edna's fault. Blame Edna.
Everyone, Zena. Mouse Toes was calling it out, so let's go.
Big money off it. I'm like, you're all gonna.
All right, let's stop in the chat. Okay, Jan's view says Zena is ridiculous, but a perfect example of oversensitivity and redirection. No, what you're doing is a perfect example of redirection because this is your play. You're gonna post this act. You literally saw that it says message retracted. Now, anybody that has any goddamn common sense would know if it says message retracted,
Hey, my wise
that
art.
means the person themselves removed the message. But yet you're trying to set up that in Monty's chat, people's comments get removed. That's what you're trying to do. So who's redirecting here? That's why I asked you, why did you post this? Why was Zena's comment removed? Why did you post this? You actually haven't answered it.
Okay, gonna go over it very quickly. I was
He's
in his
spicy.
chat because he was
Who's
talking
this
about
Spicy Monty?
Gigi. Sorry?
I said I told him Spicy Monty.
Yeah. So anyway, right, okay, let me get this out. I'm not going to look at the chat, okay? Right, so I went in there because every so often I'll sort of pop in, but to be honest, it's all about foodie beauty, and I'm just not interested in that. But this one, I've forgotten which one it was he was talking about, and I think he was talking about Gigi. That was it. Oh, that was it. He was saying about Gigi and Tragic. Okay, and I couldn't believe it. I'm sat in there and I couldn't believe out of his mouth he called Gigi a groomer. And I was like, what? And I think the
Yeah.
very first thing I said was, I mean, you'll see it because he repeats it all, but the first thing I said was, respond yes, but calling somebody a groomer is wrong, you know. So that's basically what how he knew I was in there. Okay. Now, also in there, um, hello, Fifi. Yes, absolutely. He can't, can he? He just cannot. Anyway, so this is what he's going on about. And now he's going to try and twist it that I was actually in there to cause trouble. No, I wasn't. I was in there to say to him, don't call somebody a groomer, especially a gay man, because gay men, more so than lesbian women for some reason, gay men are constantly targeted by people like this who will make up stories and get them into so much trouble. Now,
Mhm.
I've got gay friends, and I not only support Black Lives Matter, but I also support anybody
As well.
that's persecuted. And I believe LGBTQI, all the letters after it, are a persecuted group in society. So yes, I was annoyed. I was very annoyed about it because I've got gay friends and I know what it's like for a gay man. Oh, and I don't know personally, obviously, but I know because of my friends how this stigma, this stereotypical load of bull is spread that, gay men, oh, yeah, well, they've got to be groomers. No, married men are groomers. We've got a very famous TV presenter at the moment who's married with 4 kids, who's been found out to be grooming. So, yeah, I will speak
Well,
up about it, the same as I'll
I think
speak up
it brings.
about Black Lives Matter. Sorry, Edna.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just think maybe this highlights the point that like with grooming, right? So we're using this term, maybe it needs to be defined a little bit more because we often think about it in the context of a adult grooming a child to do inappropriate things or, to abuse them or what have you. And is that appropriate context between two adults?
Mhm.
Like, can an adult groom another adult?
Does it still have this same effect as far as like the same derogatory effect that it would if it was an adult and a child? That's where I'm trying to wrap my hand around. Like,
Right.
because
Well,
Yeah.
because it's like, I don't want to say words that YouTube doesn't like, but if within different contexts, like, you can have something between two people of the same age and it be completely inappropriate and illegal if one of the people is underage, right? So that's why I'm wondering if is it still even considered grooming when you have two adults? Because if you have a process developed mind to think for yourself analytically and things of that nature, is it really grooming?
Right. So, Bridget said something really interesting. She looked it up and it says that grooming is when someone builds a relationship, trust, and emotional connection with someone so they can manipulate, exploit, and or abuse them. So yes, and you know, in that description, it could be, you know, two grown-ups. The important thing to note here, I think, is that when it says that someone is building a relationship, trust, and emotional connection with someone. Now, what I would argue in that instance is in the situation with Tragic and Gigi, who was grooming who? That's what I would say.
Well, okay, so
Who? Tragic is known to focus in on, I can't think of another word right now, but Tragic has had questionable relationships in inverted commas with other gay creators, such as Hussey, where he goes into DMs with them and God knows what he promises them. We know that he sends his bits and bobbins everywhere. Okay, so why is he doing that? Why is he doing? Is he grooming?
You know what, Jan? We've all been groomed at some point. Anybody who's ever been hurt in a relationship has probably been groomed. We've been manipulated, okay, to do what the other person wanted to do for their good or whatever. And so like that definition of grooming when it becomes an adult, to me, an adult, me, there's no, yes, it's a moral thing. Yes, you should feel bad if you do some shit like that, period. But to me, there's no like hurt, harm, or foul.
Subjective.
People do that. Yes.
But I think in this instance, I think what's so damaging is that, you know, when Monty talked about it, it was like, oh, you know, he's a gay man who was grooming a straight man. No, that isn't what happened. And when I heard him say that, I was really shocked because it is a serious allegation. And, you know, I hate to say it, but I don't know. I can't speak for gay men.
I mean,
I can imagine that that's probably one of the worst things somebody can say to them.
Okay, coming from a gay man, it usually doesn't happen that way. It's only the opposite. The straight man grooms the gay man to get what they want out of them, whether it's money, cars, vehicles.
Oh, like they're taking advantage.
Okay.
Yes.
Like they're taking advantage of their attraction.
Because the gay man, what purpose would he have to groom a straight man? Only to sleep with him. Well, I'm sorry, excuse my language. But only for other activities. There's no other reason for a gay man to groom a straight man. There's not.
Exactly. And it's like, you know, we can also talk about when Hussey's been out and the way he's perved over straight guys. You know, it's just I don't want to get really deep into it at the moment, but yeah. So let's get back to this in hand, because I don't want to sort of, you know, go off track too much. But
Oh, okay.
guys, if you see anything in the chat that you want to respond to, then please say so.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm sorry. No fat, or was it no? Gia said this.
Okay.
I'm kind of because y'all know I like Monty. You know, I don't have a problem with Monty. Okay.
Oh, I
ain't trying to
didn't
throw-
know you liked
but
Monty. I didn't know
I mean,
that.
I like everyone, but I'm
Yeah.
all about the truth. I don't care
Yeah.
if I like a person or not. If they in the wrong, they in the wrong. If they in the right, they in the right. Right is right, wrong is wrong at the end of the day, period. That's just who I am. And Gia said something on the lines of, because you know, Monty's got this rap of females. She's like, well, he's groomed females then. I was like, but I didn't say it. I just want that comment to I want to
That's a
soak in because
possibility, though. That is a possibility. It's not just gay men that can groom.
that is brainwashed.
You know, it's anybody. Anybody can groom anybody. So anyway, let's move on. I don't want to get into the ins and outs of what Monty's been accused of because I haven't looked deeply into it. So I don't want to say something without first researching it. But I think it's good to I just wanted to explain what was going on here. Also, what I have to say is in the chat at the same time was Zena. Do you remember Zena from last week who came into one of my chats?
Oh, yes. From Wednesday, right?
She was in there. So I thought, oh, I'll talk to Zena. So while I was in the chat, I was sort of talking to her. Okay. Now, Monty's come up with this conspiracy that we were a tag team. We were a tag team. I've never heard of anything so ridiculous in my life. But anyway, let's carry on. Hopefully, you'll be able to understand it because there's quite a lot that goes on here.
Okay, fine. Zena retracted their comment, but you actually haven't answered why would you post this? Because I know what the setup is. You're trying to say that in my chat, people remove people's comments, and they do, like in any other chat, of course, if it's really bad. But Zena removed their own comment, but I know what your setup was. So who is actually redirecting here? Is it
right? So what he's saying is, this was my setup. It was all set up. I was going to go in there and I was going to... What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Zena, I was going to say that Monty deletes comments. Why is that such a big deal? I mean... But anyway, that wasn't why I was there. That wasn't why
Listen, I'm not trying to stir the pot, but those accusations of mods deleting comments or him deleting comments has been going on. So everybody can't be lying. You see what I'm saying? And I
But
personally
listen,
have had a comment deleted.
yes.
And I didn't make a big deal. I'm in there all the time, so it's like I know it's not personal. They didn't want the conversation to go a certain kind of way. I respect that. But
It's a
to
narrative.
act like right, but to act like you never delete comments or something, you can't say that because if you it's his chat. If he wants it to go a certain kind of way, that's his prerogative to say, I don't want it to go this way.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, he's proved himself. When we get to the end of this, or sort of get further than like the first 10 seconds, as we have, you'll see that he does throw people out. Now, I don't know if you were here at the very beginning, but the first thing I've said is to my mods, because who haven't asked to be my mods, it's just that I trust them. Well, apart from Bridget, but she begged and begged and begged. So I trust them. And I just said to them, until I say, just throw that one out, then, that's fine. But then I trust them enough to know that they're not just going to do it for the sake of doing it. It's just so childish. Anyway, let's carry on. Otherwise, we're not going to get anywhere. Okay.
I know I'm going to zip it.
me or is it you? With this, you're trying to set up, and she doesn't like being called out on her shit. You're trying to set up that in Monty's chat, people's comments get removed. So please explain yourself, Jan. Explain yourself.
Another thing, nobody talks to me like that.
Oh, he's very
Yeah.
he's very pressed.
Nobody
Panini.
talks to me like that. Okay, just be careful, Monty. Okay, I'm an older woman. I'm probably old enough to be your mother. Show some respect, man.
Well, all right, let's go with that. So that is her MO.
And no, it
Yeah,
wasn't my
Jen's views has been
MO.
on my panel before, but you know what? This is girl world. People do all sorts of like back and forth, all over the place type of stuff. All right, so let me put up another one here, and then after this, I think we're gonna get into maybe Jan's views' video, which is completely ridiculous.
There's Zena. Zena, you got me in trouble.
Hi, Zena.
Did you enjoy the tag match? Yay! Oh, for God's sake, can you believe this? Oh my God. Now, what actually happened was I was talking to Zena because I knew her in there. So I was like, oh, hi, Zena. And I can't remember the things I said. But one of the main things that I was like particularly annoyed about was that he was calling Gigi a groomer. And he did address that. So hopefully I'll show you that in here. And
Okay.
I just thought, how dare you? So anyway, while I was reading through the chat, I saw that Zena had put something up, right? And I'm in my garden, on my rocking chair in my garden. And just as I've looked at my phone, the comments disappeared. So I'm like, oh, why did that disappear? So this is where he's getting it from, okay? And he couldn't get over the fact that I asked where Zena's comment had gone. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
You know what though? This would be my suggestion to YouTube, okay? Because they're always listening. That when the comment gets removed, it should be noted if the person who typed it removed it, or if the mod, or if the whoever's channel it is removed it.
Well, I
It
think
should be noted.
Monty tried to highlight that it was whatever question because it should have been known that Zena removed it because it said retracted. That was
But
his
it didn't.
or at
Oh,
least
It didn't
or at
though.
least on some devices it says
Yeah. Well, it
retracted.
didn't on my iPhone in my garden. And I
And
was
that might be the case, yeah.
literally looking at it. It wasn't a case of me sort of just going back a couple of minutes later and seeing that it had been retracted. I was actually reading it when it just disappeared. And I was like, and that's what caught my eye. That's
Right, yeah.
literally what caught my eye. And I just wrote, oh, why was that? And I knew it was something. I knew it was like quite a long comment, so I didn't get the chance to read all of it. So I didn't even know what she'd said. So then I was like, oh. So I typed in, oh, why did Zena's comment disappear? And it's like, oh my God, we've gone into this massive conspiracy theory
there's
between
the whole show.
me and Zena. Zena, I don't know if she's got a channel or whatever, but she's been in here. I thought she was a lovely girl. You know, I think you're all lovely people until you say something mean about me, and then I won't. But it's just so stupid. Yeah, exactly. Why did he care so much? Take a chill pill. That's exactly it. So Zena, bless her, was trying to explain. Oh, hang on, where's your comment gone, darling? Right. Zena was trying to explain that she butt dialed it by accident. But if you read the chat, I put it back when what I said. Mary even was agreeing with me the entire time. So, but while this was all going on, Monty is having this like fit, this fit of stupidity, thinking that we're ganging up on him. And
Right.
I've never known anything so stupid in my life. Hi, built to spill. Hope you're well, darling. Nothing wrong with edging, but that. Oh, yeah, we don't really want to. Right, be talking about that, really. Right, so let's carry on. Let's carry on.
But if you weren't here, this is the context of what was happening.
Okay,
It
this
was
is
a
his
play
context.
to always do the same shit. Yeah, it was Monty playing a Monty clip. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Never totally believes it to be a possibility. Like, I'm sure there's some doubt,
Seriously.
right? Of course, I have doubt. I didn't definitely say he had it, but would I be surprised if it?
Xena says tragic negs YTR, just to name a few. How am I aligned with YTR? Like, have I said? Okay, and this is the bullshit. Trying to paint me out as aligning with tragic negs YTR, just to name a few. How the hell am I aligned with tragic negs YTR? This is the same bullshit that is happening with Component Boxer. You go wherever you want to go, then all of a sudden you're aligned with somebody. Anna Nicole is having the same bullshit problem. She wants to go where she wants to go, and that's on Anna Nicole. I've seen Anna Nicole in people's chats that I have a problem with or I might not like. Does that mean now Anna Nicole can't come in my chat? No, Anna Nicole was in my chat yesterday. This is completely ridiculous. So what Xena here is trying to do with this crap, talking about tragic negs YTR, just to name a few.
Pay
Because
attention. Pay attention.
how am I connected
Xena?
with YTR and negs and tragic? It's like completely ridiculous. So let me go back a little bit and we're gonna hear the bullshit. Because we gotta put this in context here. Same shit's that happening to Capone Boxer, dictating where people can go and making these imaginary groups and cliques.
What this moron doesn't seem to realise is that I've got Capone Boxer as a mod. So I know what she's been going through. And I'm disgusted by it. I've even did like a personal little chat to her to say, listen, darling, you can come, go wherever you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. I didn't realize it at the time, but it's really tough to be kind of like excommunicated from a community like that. It's it really shouldn't be done in that way. You know, that's abusing your power.
Yeah, it is. But I think that the issue is, whose responsibility is it? You know, people will argue, well, whose responsibility is it? Is it the responsibility of the creator or, you know, and, you know, I think some people put much too much importance on the fact that, you know, mods are chosen, and, you know, may wield their power. I don't think like that at all. But okay, so I need to go up here because I want to make sure that I don't miss any. He literally can't handle people taking the piss out of him. They were laughing about this soccer account giving cringy comments to FB. It's not that deep, but calling someone a rapist is acceptable. No, it's not. It's not. And that's what I tried to say at the very beginning, but he didn't like that. He didn't like the fact that I came in. I mean, he's probably going to say now that I'm a supporter of Gigi. No, I'm not a supporter of Gigi. I've seen one of his chats and I've seen him around, but he's not, you know, I'm not a supporter of him. Okay, darling. We'll see you next time, Chef. Chef
See
is
you on
going.
Monday. No,
If
Monday,
everyone
Tuesday.
can just say bye-bye to Chef. Thank
Bye,
you so
everybody.
much, sweetheart.
You
Lovely
check
to
in
have
there
you
like
on.
you can.
Hi,
Bye-bye
Chef.
then.
I don't know how to leave. You rather boot me out.
Okay, I'll boot you. Some people took, yeah, exactly, Bridge. Listen, Bridge, as I've said loads of times, Bridge and I, we weren't on the same team. The thing is, Bridget's very much like me. She's her own person. And I also think that who else? Charlie Gold's her own person. Irate Alex is his own person. And there's not that many creators like that. I think to a certain degree, Monty might be, but he's still sort of, I don't know. I just think he's making some really stupid mistakes and stupid choices at the moment.
And on that note, there was a comment that I saw earlier. Who was it from? Oh, from Zena. She said, Edna, how are you with Monty? Wasn't he close with you? I don't know if I would say I was ever like close with Monty, but I'm as close as I've ever been. There's no issue or anything.
Yeah. And there's no issue with that. I don't have an issue with it. You know, I see some creators that when somebody leaves their camp, they start being really horrible to them. I don't understand that. I don't get it, guys. You know, and I'm not saying I'm Little Miss Perfect. I'm not. But I know how to treat people. And, you know, if somebody doesn't like me, fair enough. You don't want to come in and chat? Fine. You know, I don't have an issue with it. But I'll have an issue if you go off and start slagging me off for, you know, or telling lies. I think that's the worst thing when people go off and tell lies about you. But at the end of the day, it's the internet. You know, it's not that deep. And I saw something then and I've lost it. Built to Spill, I have a lot of respect for you being able to say that there are points that he's his own person. I find you more balanced. Thank you. Oh, thank you,
I
Built to Spill.
I agree, yeah.
I try and be balanced, you know, but I see some people just I don't know. I don't want to sort of get too deep
What do
into it.
you
Edna,
mean?
people thought you were going to be the new Timber, Mary.
You Capone, did you think I was gonna be a mod or like a co-host?
Probably because you did used to go on, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just trying to practice talking again. You know, working from home. I felt like I forgot how to be a person for a minute. So, but I didn't realize I was jumping on talking to hundreds of people. It was so nerve-wracking.
You don't need to think like that though, especially when you're on
I
my channel.
know. Right. There's
You don't
three
have to
of us.
worry
We're
about it.
doing
It's only
so
a
few
few of us.
months.
um, yeah, Amber Chick says some of these people expect blind loyalty. If I don't give that to anyone in my real life, why the hell would I give it to a stranger online? Give me a break. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know what? It takes all sorts, doesn't it? You know, it takes all sorts in this world. There's so many different people. And I think, you know, when they're on the internet, sometimes they just show the worst possible side to them. You know, there's people that I've followed before and gone into their chats and, you know, really sort of felt that they understood me and we got on. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they've turned on me. And I thought,
Mm.
okay, I'm out of here. You know, your loss. That's the way I look at it. Your loss, darling, you know. Um, but anyway, let's move on. Let's move on.
Right.
And tribes. It's all bullshit.
I'm pretty sure everybody who's not a Monty subscriber totally believes it to be a possibility. Like, I'm sure there's some doubt,
Seriously.
right? Of course, I have doubt. I didn't definitely say he had it, but would I be surprised if it?
Xena says, Tragic Negs, YTR, just to name a few. How am I aligned with YTR? Like, have
This
I
is
said,
ridiculous.
hey guys, I'm aligned with YTR? Have I said, hey guys, I'm aligned with Negs, or have I said I'm aligned with Tragic? You see, this is the bullshit that this is the perfect time to talk about this. Because this is paralleling the situation with Capone Boxer. Capone Boxer goes into different chats. who are we, or who is any creator to tell that person where they can and cannot go to?
Exactly. Stop there, Monty. Stop there. Nobody has the right to tell anybody where they can or cannot go. Unfortunately, there are instances where people feel they have the right to do so. I would never do that. I don't do that. I know the
Right.
people that go in my chats, they go to other people's chats, they mod for other people. It's not an issue for me. But it does make me wonder, because he's made and he's making such a big deal of it, maybe he does believe that. Maybe he does feel that you have got the right to say to somebody, you can't go here or you can't go there. It's just ridiculous.
I think what it
True.
is that maybe if you know certain things, you don't want people to go because you know that it's not going to end well. But as adults, we can't, we have to learn for ourselves. Like you're not going to let someone else tell you what you can and can't do. So it just doesn't work.
Mhm. Exactly. And the thing is, because some of these creators have got such a big following and such a loyal following, these people come after them like, they've committed a crime. And it's like, come on, guys. It's somebody at home. You don't know their circumstances. You never know anybody else's circumstances and what they have to live with. And I just don't get it. Gregory says Monty seems like the type that was beat up and rejected in high school. Fast forward to today and he's resentful. Oh, that's an idea. That's a good idea. I saw someone up here. It's April. Zena, what people don't understand is I was saying things to her behind the scenes because we spoke almost every day. But Sandy and I told her to stop. We have receipts to show her disgusting behaviour.
Mm.
Is that TRC? Right, hang on. Okay. Amber says, well, I'm blocked because I love the hater tater. Oh, okay. It's just so childish. So childish. So, oh God, they're all talking.
No.
So the rules are Monty can block Capone for being in other people's chats, but no one else can. When did he block Capone? Have I
I
missed that?
heard, or not I heard, but my impression was that there was something that was said in chat that was the reason why Capone was blocked, not the fact that they were in chat.
What? Well, that
I don't
doesn't
know if
make
that
sense.
matters.
So Capone was in chat, right? And he's blocked her.
Right.
Why?
Because well, I don't know if he didn't like message. What happened was that Capone was saying something in chat that was
Oh, it's a
anti-Monty
long
or Monty
time
didn't like
ago.
or whatever the case.
Okay, it's a long time ago. Okay. All right, we'll move
Okay,
on
we
from
could
there
just
then.
yeah.
But then I think what
But
that
just to be
shows,
clear, I don't know.
is that this young man is a hypocrite then. So he's sat here, spouting his mouth about, not having the power to block people. How dare people block other people? When in actual fact he's done the same thing. So yeah, well done, matey. Hypocrite.
Who are you to tell Capone Boxer, whether you're a creator or a fan, you call that person a friend, where they can or cannot go to?
Well, we've
Go
heard
who
this.
the hell they can or cannot go to. This is the problem here. Lifeline says, Monty help, is the Jan's views thing from her supporting GG? Yeah, it seems. I would say it stems more from her not liking tragic churches coming here trying to cause a mess.
Okay, so I've come in there trying to cause a mess because basically I just said that I think it was wrong that he called Gigi a groomer. That's it. So the whole other thing that he's now going to try and, perpetuate is that, I was there, me and Zena, we were in there stirring up shite. And it's just ridiculous. Yeah, I am saying that, yeah, I think you've got a good point there, Sasha. I really do.
And then making a video trying to take things out of
Want to spend more time tailoring every trainer?
Sorry, guys.
Shopify's tools help you build your brand.
context. Well, like a lot of people agree with me, it's nobody should be telling another person,
Yes, we know.
creator,
Move on.
else, 2-3 years ago, a couple months ago, 4 years ago,
Oh my God.
Tragic was cool with Gigi at one point in time. Did they panel together? How many people in this community were on each other's panels when they were cool with each other and now they're not? This is a stupid dumbass. Well, you've had YTR on your panel numerous times.
Why talk to like somebody who's viewing your video or your live stream? Why talk to them like that? I don't like it. Don't like it. Just, show a bit of respect. Show respect for people that have taken the time to click and watch you. Watch your stupid ass. How dare he? I think it's disgusting.
Ridiculous. This is completely stupid. And this is the shit that keeps happening and going around.
What?
All right. What's up?
Because somebody has said, reminded him of something. They're the stupid one. And they get abused by him. They get verbally abused by him. Nope. Not for me, matey.
Cyrilli, how you doing? All right, so let's get into what Jans has to say, making this ridiculous video that we will deconstruct and dissect here. And then we're going to get into this shit because at one point, Jan's views was on, of course, my panel several times, actually. And she talked about the issue with Peterman. So she talked about Peterman and how his community came after. Now, I took that at face value, which, in this community, you should do your research. But looking into the shit that she was saying about Peterman, I can understand why some, not all, but some of his audience members went after her. So she got attacked. She felt a certain way. But looking at the shit that she was doing and looking at how Peterman kept on complaining, I was like, okay, I totally get why he was doing that.
Okay. One thing he needs to be told is the truth. The truth is, Peterman mentioned it once. Okay, so you got that wrong. He mentioned it once, but it was the way in which he mentioned it, the lies he told about me. But anyway, we're not going to go too deeply into that. I've spoken about it time and time again, but okay, that's fine. We're now going to have a break because we've reached the hour mark. We're going to have a quick break so Edna can quickly make up a quick salad. And we're going to be back very soon, guys. And we're back in the room. And this is the funny bit. This, when I saw this, it just had me creased up laughing. So I hope you find it amusing as well. Okay, let's go.
All right. Sub Gen T, what's going on? All right, so let me play this. We're gonna play Jan's views video. There's a reason why she ain't talking. I'm putting out of context clips here. So we're gonna dissect this for sure, because this is
Welcome to
completely
Jan.
ridiculous.
I'm telling you what, I love men in dreads. I love dreads on a man. But I don't know what he's doing with his. That isn't a good look. It's really not. I mean, what has he done with it there? He's pulled it back. You can see all his hair growth underneath. It's just, no, it's not a good look.
All right, let's go. Listen, it's not true. Negs made the photo. Where's your proof that Negs made the photo? Get the fuck out of here, okay? All right. It's not true. Negs made the photo. Listen, here's the thing. Negs has admitted that he did participate in that Discounted Life channel. And you know what? That actually gives more credence to what I'm saying here, because then he knows who else was part of that channel. And you know who else was part of that channel? Gaining Ground. So that's why Negs knows it's Gaining Ground's channel. Gaining Ground started the goddamn channel. Negs was helping out. Now get this shit if you say so. So what? Am I making this shit up? Am I making this shit up? He didn't say that he was part. He admitted he was part of it. So did Tragic admit that they were part of the Discounted Life channel. And then they were like, yeah, but it was Gigi's channel. And there were even screenshots of Gigi trying to get actors to say that it's their channel. He's trying to hire people to say, oh, it's our channel, to get the heat off of him. It was his channel doing all sort of disgusting things on that channel, which I have the videos. He cleaned up a lot, which he does. But I have the video still of him doing all this disgusting, disparaging stuff. So why are you clipping this in? Did I make shit up? No. Negs left and has been confirming to.
Exactly, Bridget. And he seems to be missing that. He seems to be missing the point that when I put up the comment, which was something like, oh, you do realize that, you know, all three of them were in it together. He seems to miss the point that I'm saying, that these new people that he's aligned with, and I have to say that Tragic even came into the live then, all cocky. He just is missing the point of what I'm trying to make, that they were all in it together. Yeah, you can say that Gigi started it. So what? They were all in it together. They were all as bad as each other. That was the point I was trying to make.
To this day, that the channel is Gaining Ground. Yeah, it's Gaining Ground's channel. Okay? Can we now get on board with this? All right. I don't care if people like or not like these people, but this is the truth, because DC says, and he's tons of vile sock accounts on Twitter, this is a fact, because it's happening to me. You see here that this is happening to me. It's a fact where I literally did nothing. I was never Jason Fish, but yet this loser has been repeatedly saying I'm Jason Adorable Fish because he's a complete dumbass. Who cares? Oh, who cares if somebody she puts who cares? Who cares if somebody makes up something about you in Girl World, because that's how it works, right? Where people should make stuff up about you and you're not supposed to do anything about it.
I think Monty needs to find a sense of humor, understand humor, understand British humor, understand sarcasm, understand parody, anything.
But Jen, I have to laugh because I was one of those people. I was almost certain that he had to been in the science field or marine biology because I asked so many people and they were like, "Oh yeah, I think he does something like this or that," and it was all within science. So when I asked Monty, he was like, "What do you mean?"
No.
Like, Edna, are you serious?
Right. Okay, let's just
These
see what bridge.
these
I want to keep
rumors
an eye
get
on
a
the chat
going.
as well.
Yeah, sorry.
I think they all did the racist stuff. And even if that isn't true, they all condoned it. Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I've never paid any mind to Gigi. That is one of the reasons. Because I knew that he was linked to those two, Negs and Tragic, and I thought, no, not for me. That,
Yeah.
but people grow, people change, and I mean, I would never really bother too much with Gigi because of the people that are in his chat. I can't chat comfortably in there. If
Mhm.
I say
Yeah.
something, I'm like, oh, you're the one who doxed it. No, I didn't dox anyone. But anyway, that's beside the point. Right, let's just say I wish irate Alex would associate with no one because he dilutes his stronger than most. Yeah, he's stronger than most content. Yes, he's very good, isn't he? I love that he's all loved up though. I just love that. But then I'm a bit soppy, so I would. Um, a lot of people need to learn comedy at a higher level than third grade. It's truly sad how immature most of these creators are. Exactly. People are pretending Foodie Beauty is a well, and he studies her. He doesn't do anything else. Show degree. Yeah, exactly. What we have to realize is that little Mr. High and Mighty here, um, what does he do? He spends hours and hours every single day reacting to a fat woman in a hijab stuffing her face with whatever she can get her hands on. That is his content. So how he can sit here and
I'm
think he's
sorry, Jen.
so
He's doing the Lord's work because could you imagine watching Foodie Beauty without Monty? It would be unbearable.
I wouldn't want to watch it.
I
The
know.
only one that I watch, and it's because of her presentation and because she's a funny, witty person, is Karina Kaboom. She's
Oh,
actually
okay, yeah.
entertaining. I don't want to see somebody. I've seen Monty do a foodie review, and then he gets to the end of it, and then he goes, right, we'll watch that again. Who in their right mind is going to sit through that?
Because we came in late and we forget, or you weren't paying attention, or you see
Oh
something
my
new the second
God.
time around.
But
Um,
is she so interesting? Is she?
It's
To
not that she's so
me,
interesting. It's the dissonance between what she's saying and what's really happening. Because food, like we all know, Foodie is putting on, that she's X, Y, and Z, and that's just not really probably what's happening. So to kind of, but to sit here and see like where the little kind of breaks are in the story, or because when she was sitting there eating the other day and you
I'm
hear the door
sorry,
unlock.
no, we're not going to go on talking about. I can't. I'm
Okay.
not interested in her.
I just do think it's interesting.
Uh, anyway, remember I'm on live. I just can't. I just do not see any
Yeah.
entertainment in that. I no, I just I'm almost speechless because I don't want to just, be, come out being really, really rude. But I just think she's awful. awful, awful, awful. And
But
I
I think
just,
I'm interested into why she's so awful.
how can you? Yeah, but I mean, there's some people that I'm a great people watcher, okay, in
Mhm.
reality, but I can't watch somebody day after day after day after day acting in a way that I find uncomfortable, I find disgusting, I find degrading. I just can't do it. I just can't.
Because every day is something a little bit different. Because
Oh,
like one day she has BED, the next day it's a different story every day, and it's just fascinating to see someone come up with so many different personalities.
right,
Hold on,
okay.
what
This
did
is
it
why
starts to say?
I
Edna has
can't,
got Monty
I
Granny
can't.
Frames glaring on.
The worst thing about being exiled is that now anybody who talks to me is going to be deemed an attic member. Oh, well, that's ridiculous. And then they too
Jazz.
will be kicked out. Well, I don't think you're an attic dweller. I don't think so.
That's just
That's all that matters. Joan doesn't think so. Yeah, it's not nice. It's a horrible thing to go through, Capone. I know, darling. Trust me, I've been through it. I went through it with Peter Mon, and that was 4 years ago. And the reason why they all came for me was because he told these thousands of people that I had been harassing him, you know? And
right.
I was harassing not only him, I was harassing his husband, I was harassing his friends. And they all
Do
came
you
after me.
But do you think maybe it's not harassment in maybe the traditional sense, but like in a digital sense, it could be considered harassment?
No, no. You put
Okay.
yourself out there, people will make things. People, that's what reaction channels are. The difference is there are very few reaction channels that have spoken on him. It's a new thing. It was a new thing. And he
Oh, so it's more
used
about
that
him
as a
not being
way to
prepared.
get to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was disgusting. And, every so often I'll do one on him, because he's just such an idiot. But, no, it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting what he did. But even to this
Mm.
day, Capone, I'll go in to, I'll be in a chat and someone will say, "Oh, well, aren't you the one who harassed Peter Mon?" It's just
Let my
ridiculous.
girl breathe.
There are people on this platform abusing human children. Sorry, but FB is just a fat woman who lies to herself daily and eats a lot. It's not that genius. Exactly. And I'm sorry, I don't want to come across as being a snob, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't.
Mm.
I just couldn't sit there. I like to think that I create something, even if it's just me sat in the car acting the idiot, you know.
Right.
But
I
I'm
understand
not
what you're
doing that
saying.
the
Yeah.
whole time. But just to have your God, how insulting. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I've told you, I've done TV and radio off the back of my channel. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, can you imagine if I get a call from a producer, right? Somebody that I've worked with before, and they've said, "Oh, Jan, I know that you've got a YouTube channel. What do you do on there? Can I, what's the latest thing you've been doing?" Can you imagine if I turn around and said, "Oh, well, I just sit and laugh at fat people who eat too much"? That's
Well, I don't
the way I look at it.
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right, so Bridget says, "I did about a year of Foodie Beauty and tapped out and never went back. I only hear about her on Twitter, and I've even muted her name on Twitter so I don't see." Yeah, yeah, same. I just can't. I just can't. Oh,
Yeah.
no. No,
Fair enough.
sorry.
I still find her interesting, but to each their own.
Maybe you should look at other people, darling. And I'm not being facetious. I'm just saying, if you actually find that person interesting, then yeah.
I
Anyway,
just feel like I'm invested, and I just wanna, I don't know.
how can you
I just
invest
want
in
to keep seeing.
somebody who trolls people? Oh, forgot to turn it
Because
down.
at one point, because this is her real life, it's like she's only
It's
really
not her
trolling
real life,
herself.
though. It's not her real life. We know it's not her real life
In what way? Because she's really in
because
Kuwait. She's really with this man.
right, it's not her real. Why am I talk? I don't want to talk about her, Edna.
Okay,
Sorry,
let's stop
sweetheart, but I
talking.
don't.
Let's play.
I
Yeah.
just can't. I'm sorry. Right, Capone. Uh, would you rather be stuck in an elevator? Oh my God! With Monty or Hannibal?
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God!
Jay, you have to answer.
Jeez, Louise.
I think you're gonna say
Oh, I don't.
Hannibal.
Oh, that's really hard. Oh my God! I'm taking this really seriously, guys.
I know. This is so funny.
Oh
I
my
can't wait.
God! Just the thought of it. Oh, Jesus. I think I'd probably say, oh, um, probably Monty, because
See.
I'd be able to shut him up quicker than I could shut the other one up, because the other one's an even bigger idiot than Monty. And the other one is just so full of himself that, no. Yeah, I think
That's
that's
surprising. Okay. Well, hey, Monty, it's all love.
the Jolly Green Giant. um, yeah, exactly, Bridge. Exactly. Anyway, please let's not
Oh,
talk about
okay.
her. I can't. She just makes me feel ill. Um, okay, Betty. All this does not sound real, that people online can motivate people on keyboards. I have only looked at these channels off and on for a year and a half, and it's hard to believe this goes on in the real. I know. I know. I mean, yeah, I just no. We have to get off on that, because she depresses me. I'm sorry, but no. And
Okay.
I'm in a right mood now. No, I can't. Awful, awful. Anyway, let's carry on with.
Well, Jan, I care. I care that when people are saying that I'm Jason Adorable Fish, then I
Who
get trolls in my
cares?
chat. Then I get people on Twitter saying I'm Jason Adorable Fish because they're dumbasses. I care.
Who cares? I don't care. People can say I'm the Queen of England. I know I'm not. Jesus, man, lighten up.
And you're a shit disturber by saying who cares, because I'm sure you'd care if people start making shit up about you, Jan's views.
I've
You
been through it.
definitely care.
I've been through it. And I've put out a couple of videos about it, and that's it. That's the end of it. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, yeah, well, Jan, how would you feel if somebody thought you were the... I couldn't give a monkey's. People know who I am. I know who I am. That's what matters. I don't give a toss what other people think of me. If people want to believe that of you, then let them believe it of you. It's not nice when people lie about serious things, like you've just said, that you've said about Gigi. And there you are, like, oh, well, I don't like being called Jason. So, lighten up, man, for God's sake.
You definitely have something to say about it. And he doesn't know how to work a goddamn computer. So he has tons of these suck accounts on Twitter that he used to report channels and smear people. Unusual to see me ruffled? I'm not ruffled. I'm just being honest.
And Mary, yes, I did make it on Canva. Do you have an issue with that?
I'm very honest
I
here.
just signed up for my
I
account.
believe I need to go 100% on this, and this needs to stop. All right, so we're exactly, Mostos. I've been saying this. The lies take on a life of their own. There's gonna be a certain amount of people that see the lie that says I'm Jason Adorable Fish,
Oh my
and what will
God.
happen is that a certain percentage,
Nobody
a lot of
cares.
these people will not see that other people, along with myself, have been saying that's not true. I am not Jason Adorable Fish. And what
Oh,
will happen in time is that somebody will come along and be like,
how can he say that without even laughing or without realizing how stupid he sounds? Even the name, Jason Adorable Fish. For God's sake, get a grip, man. Jeez Louise, now I'm in a foul mood because I've spoken about that woman. I'm sorry, Edna, but I just can't with her. I just can't. She's just
Okay, I'm
really,
sorry.
yeah, I just can't. And, you know, hearing you sort of saying, oh, yeah, but maybe she's dead. No, no. Anyway, right, I was hoping to have a laugh. Right. Jan, also what upsets me is I used to flirt with Monty in chat. And look what he's doing to Gigi. Exactly.
Mm.
I'm not going to put up what you've said, Bridget, but yeah, I'm stressed now. I'm like,
What
yeah,
did Bridget say? Oh, I
yeah.
know, right? And I'm
Uh,
just still relaxed.
yeah, and that's fine. You relax, sweetheart. I
I'm
know. But
sorry.
you just need to learn if I say I don't want to talk about somebody, I really don't want to talk about them. And there's a reason
Okay.
for that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, let's get back to this moron.
oh, you remember when Monty decided to keep messaging Foodie Beauty under his Jason Adorable Fish stock account? It happens. I've seen it happen.
Okay.
And it's going to continue to happen in Go World where people
Oh,
will see the lie, but they won't see the truth.
okay.
And then you get this shit where you're continually having to explain, I am not Jason Adorable Fish. We've seen it
How
before.
can he say that name without laughing? Jason Adorable Fish. Jason
Yeah, that's
Adorable
pretty
Fish.
funny.
I don't give you monkeys if you're Jason Adorable Fish. I really don't. I don't care. I've had people believe things of me for years because the village idiot keeps ringing her bell and screaming for everybody to hear. Jan dox me. I know what it's like on a serious level. Being called Jason Adorable Fish means nothing. It means nothing. Jesus, man. Hi, Grim Reaper. Yeah. Listen, those dreads aren't happening. They're not happening, are they, Grim? Hi, peanut butter. Oh, hang on. I did click on you. There are worse things to be called, aren't there? Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's true. Yeah.
Ugh.
The
Come
perfect
forward with you.
example of this is when people kept on saying I'm a marine biologist. Even to this
Oh,
day, I keep
no, right, okay, shut up, man. Get on to like slagging me off. Come on, it's much more fun. Right.
it's happened to me and it's going to happen to other people.
Yeah.
This is why you should not do this. Go around and make videos
Yeah.
saying that somebody is Jason Adorable Fish. And when it comes out that it's wrong, what GG needs to do is take that video down and apologize. That's what he needs to do. He was wrong. It's proven.
You're right, Bridge. I meant to do that, to look at the comments. Thank you, honey. Yeah, I needed to do that. We need to look at these comments. Right. Now, who are we looking at? Can you see that, guys? Can you see the comments? Let me make that bigger.
Yeah, not exactly.
Can you see them now? Oh, you've lost them completely. Well, that was clever. Let's go back. Right, the comments. Let's see. Which one in particular, Bridge? Who am I going to look
Yeah, now
for?
I can see it.
Right, the comments at the bottom. Right, okay. Oh, where are we? Oh dear, I'm laughing at this. Polygon gone wrong. He's quite funny actually. He's in Timber's
No, he's a
chat.
cut up all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny. I like him. I will make stuff up about myself just for fun. Let's see. Oh, I'm the original creator of Girl World and create the AI characters of ALR and the Beast Chantel. Oh, we need to laugh. Oh, and Life of Lindsay. Who is JV? That's me.
Oh,
Okay. Right. Okay. So we'll move on, and every so often we'll stop. Okay, and we'll read the comments as well because that's what I meant to do. Because that's what I was getting enjoyment out of as well. Listen, that
okay.
didn't take much to make me
He's wrong.
entertained.
Take the video down and apologize. We're gonna continue here.
Okay.
Okay, listen. What was I saying? Oh, so
Yeah.
I was all excited. I went to get the thumbnail, and the live stream is gone. I said, wait, where's my live stream? Monty, ¿dónde está mi stream de vivo? He repurposed it to the Foodie Beauty Barnacle stream. So I go look at Foodie Beauty channel.
All right, yeah,
Where was that, Bridget? Was that on this bit? Oh, Bridge, I love that. Did he spot it? I can't see you. Where are you? Did he spot it, Bridge, or not? Can't see you, girl. But I love that.
Mhm.
Well
That's
done.
hilarious.
That is funny. Yeah, did he block you, Bridge?
repurposed it to Foodie Beauty stream. Okay, so yeah, even the DPic on Twitter to this day, people.
Oh, okay. In the comment section. God, I'm stupid. Where are you? Oh, here. So, are you a marine biologist? That's what I've heard from several people. Right, 4 replies. Heard that and respiratory therapy. Oh, this is what makes me laugh. No, he's not. I think it was Kiwi Farms that came up with that nonsense. Oh God. And that's such an old rumor. People
It's
just
so
take them-
funny though.
It was. Well done, Bridge. I love that. I love that.
Are
I'm in shock.
Oh my God.
For anyone who hasn't heard about this new 60-second
Funny
anti-aging
thing
hack,
is, you have
you need to see
premium.
this.
saying that I was sending DPics.
How do
That's
you
not
know I
even
have
my dick.
premium?
'Cause it says so at the
Why
top.
am I getting into trouble with somebody from somebody else's dick? Can
Where do-
I
Oh,
please?
shut up, Monty. Where does it say I've got premium?
Scroll up to the top.
Where?
No, the top of the page.
I am. I'm at the top of the page.
Oh, maybe you zoomed. Maybe because you changed the zoom, you can't see it. But if you, I don't know. I saw at the top it said premium. I thought. Do you have YouTube Premium?
No, I have Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it said premium. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Please get into trouble if it was my own dick. If it's my own
Oh, we're
dick
not
on Twitter,
interested in
then
that.
fine. I'm in
Fuck
trouble.
off, stupid man.
But shit, I'm getting into trouble because of somebody else's dick.
Oh my God.
This is how ridiculous it is.
What number are
I'm
you
getting
on?
into trouble because of somebody else's dick.
Yeah, all right.
Come
Get
over.
over
He
it.
knew Tragic was a straight person, but yet he was grooming Tragic repeatedly on Discord. Okay, I have the evidence. I put it out before. I can put it out again. Don't worry about it. I'll chop this up and I'll put out a video about it.
coached. He's not. I think everybody in this chat knows Monty's not very strong. He's a follower. He's usually impressionable.
You see this shit? No, nothing from her. Just these images trying to paint a picture. How about you paint the picture that you came into my chat with your disgusting MO of trying to insinuate that Mary and I were deleting Xena's comments. How about
now he's going to go over and over and over about this, right? I've already told you, Mr. Simpleton, I did not come in there to shit stir or anything like that. I didn't like the fact that you called Gigi a groomer. It's funny how you haven't mentioned that. That's really weird.
you do that, Jan? How about you address that situation here?
I just have.
A person says, I'm sure that D-Pick did get you into a lot of trouble with the tribe. It did. Wasn't even my
Shut up about the pick. No one's interested.
Get into trouble over shit that wasn't even mine.
Okay.
And to this day, people are still going to bring that up, saying that I was doing this and it was my D. It's not my D. It was never my D. It's people that just lie.
He's being coached. It's all keyword nonsense. But unfortunately for the people coaching, they keep missing the memo that Gigi does not care.
Judy, okay, let's get rid of Lady D.
Well, it's grooming weird because this is huge. Yes, this is why he's a victim.
Notice you just kicked somebody else out. Just kicked somebody else out. Celebrity Juicer. I'm not sure if they like me or not because they was sort of agreeing with me one minute and the next minute they weren't. So I won't lose any sleep over it.
Bigot.
I don't care who made the hammer gif. The bottom line is Negs knows that Gaining Ground has the channel Discounted Life, okay? So you can say shit.
Right, so this is where I'm still trying to say this was the reason why I was speaking up. Was because I didn't like the fact that he was saying, you know, what he did about Gigi. So I put there, Tragic is a grown man who knows exactly what he's doing.
All right, Sansa. Here, let's stop you right here. I thought this was about Gigi, not Tragic. Exactly. Derailing off the live stream. This is Jen's Views MO.
Right, so he's saying that I derailed the chat because I spoke about Gigi. Now, how can I be derailing the chat when he is speaking about Gigi as well? He was saying that Gigi was a predator or Gigi was a groomer. So no, I wasn't derailing the chat. So get your facts straight.
Where she comes in and derails your live stream and then wants to talk about Tragic. Chan's Views, if you want to talk about Tragic, go talk about Tragic on your own stream. Don't ever come to my stream and start derailing my conversation. If I wanted to have a conversation about Tragic, then it will be named Tragic.
Well, then you would have had a real problem in that case talking about Gigi and calling him a groomer without talking about Tragic. So that doesn't make sense.
Good point. Very
that
good
doesn't
point.
make sense whatsoever. You were talking about him and you made an unfounded accusation against Gigi. So you were talking about Gigi. You were talking about Gigi on his own, were you? No. You were talking about him in conversation or whatever with another person. Tragic. I didn't come in and start talking about bloody, you know, the three bears. I came in talking about the subject that you were talking about. So let's get that straight, okay? Let's see who's actually painting a false narrative here.
It's named Gigi, Grooming Ground, Gaining Ground. It was a stream about him. Now, The only exception to this is when Tragic was in the live stream and then Gaining Ground came in. Okay, then.
Yeah. So he's even having to admit here that Tragic even came into the live stream. So what are you talking about, man? You're just making yourself look really stupid. Just really, really stupid.
Then we can change it to talk about Tragic and the Grooming Ground. Okay, I get that. But that was towards the end.
But you already were talking about them. That's the thing.
The entire time I was doing a stream on the Grooming Ground. We're not going to talk about Tragic. You're not going to come in and derail my stream and then trying to insinuate I'm deleting comments so that you can make videos like this one. It's ridiculous. Who gives a shit who made the hammer gif? It's the Gaining Ground. What all you've done, Judy Lichman, is prove literally that what I'm saying is true. Okay.
I think this was the first comment I made. Respond, sure, because he was like saying, you know, he's going to respond to something. I said, but making false accusations is dangerous. So again, I wasn't derailing the chat. I was talking about the subject he had chosen to talk about. So all this is absolute nonsense.
Okay? So there was a hammer gif. There was a video of FFG getting hit over the head repeatedly by a hammer. So all
see who's in there, and you know, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm not." Listen, she was in there. Oh, DC, as was Tragic. So that's why people are assuming that you're aligned with them, and that's another reason why I don't watch you.
But see, the thing is, I don't think it's a real alliance or anything because I only see them in there on days that he's talking about them. If it wasn't, like if they weren't the topic, or at least from what I see, when it's not the topic regarding them, they're not there.
Well, no, of course they're not, because they're not really interested in that. They're not interested in foodie, are they? What other content does he have?
But it's like, aren't they interested?
That's
Like if
the
he,
point. So they only ever show up when it's something that could work in their favor, when they can attack other people. Like they're probably in here.
but what I'm
You
saying
know,
is,
when
it's
the
not even like they're an alliance. Like Monty's their friend because it doesn't. Because I would think if they're really aligned with Monty, then they would be in some of his other streams when it may be not foodie, but he doesn't only just talk about foodie and them. Like he has Bally streams or what have you, Monty After Dark, and unless I'm missing something, I don't ever see him.
Okay. Right. So Bridge says, I remember that Negs made that hammer. Yeah, I know. And that's what, you know, he's going to skim over that. He's going to skim over that because it was, yeah, but you know, Gigi was in charge. Gigi, no, he wasn't. They were all as bad as each other,
Mm.
you know? Monty is simping so hard for Tragic. I know. It's ridiculous. Why don't they ever get kicked out? Because he's aligned himself with them. That's why. I mean, if they came in here, they wouldn't last 2 minutes. Honestly, because I don't like them. I don't want them near me. You know, and I'm very black and white in my thinking. And yeah, no. No thanks. I remember Negs using the hammer thing. Yeah, I know. Negs has done the most despicable, hateful things and filmed them. And there's people like Monty who will make excuses for it and say like, "Oh yeah, but he was doing it." That yeah, but no, forget the yeah, butisms. Okay, face reality.
Mhm.
You're surrounding yourself with people who have really done hateful, disgusting things online. And if you want to align yourself with that, fine, you do it. But don't expect decent people to want to have anything to do with you. That's what I would say. Uh,
Well, that's a fair point to make.
yeah.
All you've done, Judy Lichman, you dumbass, is prove what I'm saying is right.
Yeah.
Jan's View says, I wanted to hear. Yeah, at the end of the day, the GIF was made by somebody. Doesn't matter who it is. Okay, fine. You can say it matters who this hammer GIF was made by, but it ended up on the Discounted Life channel that is being run by GG. He runs the channel. He's deleted a lot of videos from that channel. I have.
And he's still gliding over the fact and trying to put all responsibility into Gigi's lap, and that's not fair. And I'm not saying it because I'm a Gigi fan, because I'm not. I'm saying it because you're not being fair and you're showing yourself to have an alliance with these other people.
Mhm.
That's what I think.
Those videos because I knew he was going to do it. So many Karens, exactly. Show the GIF. It would be very important. It
We
would
don't
be
need to
very
see the GIF.
impolite and rude, and just it wouldn't be a good. It wouldn't be a good thing to show that GIF, Samar, because I was even offended. I was even offended that GIF. I'm like, it doesn't matter if you like or dislike a person. They went through a traumatic experience. Don't be putting on Discounted Life a GIF of somebody getting smashed in the head with a hammer. That is traumatic. That will cause a lot of people PTSD.
No,
So
it
at the end
won't
of the
cause.
day,
No, that's where you're wrong, idiot. It won't cause people PTSD. People have PTSD. Okay, it's not caused. You can't be caused to have PTSD. You can have PTSD flashbacks because of it. Get your facts straight, Mr. Smartass, because you're not as smart as you think you are. Okay? People with PTSD have it because of trauma in their past. So something like that, yes, could have caused an episode. It could have caused a flashback, but it doesn't cause PTSD.
Would you say that it could trigger the PTSD?
Yes, yeah, it could. It could
Okay.
trigger it. Yeah, but it doesn't cause it. So when he said that,
Right.
like, that's wrong. No, that's not gonna give somebody PTSD. It could cause them to have a flashback. It could cause them to, it could trigger. What he should have said was it could trigger PTSD or CPTSD.
Right.
And I
Okay.
know what it's like because I have it. I have it.
Yeah. So it's
I have
important for
both
it
of
to
them.
be spoke
So,
about accurately.
yeah, if you're going to talk mental health, right, talk about it from, somebody that knows about it or somebody who has it. It's a trigger, which is a bit like it, as Edna's found out. There are certain people that trigger me. And
Right.
yeah, I know that some people might not understand that, but I've also always been very open about my mental health. I have
Mhm.
a mental health illness, and
Well, no,
you
and
know,
thank you, Jen, for making it very clear because a lot of people, especially in this part of the YouTube, they'll say, "Oh, I can't stand her. I'm never talking about her again." And then the next week there's a new video. So it's you never know how serious people are taking some things because people throw around a lot of these mental health words and they don't actually use them correctly. So yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and I feel, um, I feel a bit guilty that, I sort of turned a bit earlier because I was triggered. It just triggered me. Couldn't help it,
No, that's completely
you know?
okay, and that's a part of the wellness that I think we're talking about, where these are tough topics and these are tough people to deal with that do trigger us, and it's like we have to, or not we have to, but it's I'm completely fine opening space or allowing you to have those interactions so that we can learn because now I know that this person is offensive and everybody can't take her lightly. Like, I get
Yeah.
that.
I wish
Yeah.
I could. I really wish I could. I wish I could laugh at her and I could laugh I think there may be other people that would trigger me in the same way, but the only one that I can think of similar to her would be that guy, what's his name? Nikocado. I just can't with him
Oh,
either.
Nikocado Avocado. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
just can't.
you know what? He might be one that triggers me to a similar extent that Foodie triggers you because I can't
Oh,
watch
that's
Nick
interesting.
anymore.
But
Yeah.
I
And
just
I
don't
I
want you to feel I feel bad because, I don't want to upset you and I don't want people to think, oh, Jan's a right
No, I
bitch,
don't that's why I wanna
maybe I'm
tread lightly, like,
really
I'm
bad,
not as affected, but I remember he did a video with Candy, Hungry Fat Chick, and I just remember feeling like how you speak about feeling about Foodie, it's kind of some of those same feelings is how I felt after that video where I just I thought that they were just making fun, it was almost glamorizing, like, morbid obesity and making light of it, and it was just really hard to take, and I stopped watching him after that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so that's quite interesting. Yeah, I think with this woman, I'm just gonna say this woman, I think the thing that is so triggering for me is that there are so many different aspects to it that trigger me. So it's not just the fact that she's a gannet. It's not just the fact that she's like insulting a religion. It's not just the fact
Right,
that she's trolling people. It's not just the fact that she's smug. It's just the whole thing. I just can't handle it, you know?
right.
Um, so
It
yeah.
is a
So
lot.
anyway,
Yeah.
I am gonna apologize to you again because I don't like getting like that. But
Well, I wanna let you know that I forgive you, I accept your apology, all those words, we're good.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
sweetheart. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Because I don't like showing that side. Well, and I don't know if anyone else has like mental illness in here, but I always see it as a weakness, and I don't like
Mm,
showing that on YouTube. I just yeah, yeah. Anyway, so anyway, let's move on because he just makes me laugh the way he is just trying to bend every single thing in my video to make me look bad. And yeah, it doesn't bother me, someone like this really doesn't bother me. Um oh, thank you, Grim. Stop it, I'm gonna get emotional, so we have to move on. Thank you, darling. But yeah, I mean, it's
aw.
like when, people throw these diagnoses around and, say, "Oh, well, I've got mental illness, I'm depressed and I'm this and I'm that." They don't have a clue, they don't have a clue what it's like to actually live with it, you know. But anyway, let's move on. Let's see what other stupidity he comes out with.
they're trying to deflect and say, oh, it does matter who made the GIF. Okay, fine, you could say that. But
Oh,
at the
God, he's
end of the
still
day,
going
it
on
still
about the
ended up
GIF.
on Discounted Life. And GG is
Shut up, man.
it was GG on there. Do you like what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Talking about hitting my cat. Remember that? Remember that bullshit? Making videos that I was abusing my animals. Yeah, even the cat situation was completely ridiculous. Like, this guy just makes shit up about people. Charlie Goals talked about this. This fool, idiot, grooming ground he just makes shit up, calling me a criminal, and then wants to make this bullshit racially motivated diatribe about why he said I was a criminal. Well, he's got to prove that I'm a criminal because I don't have a criminal record. I haven't been in trouble with the law. And this is just ridiculous. Me, of all people, abusing my animals. Me that keeps my animals well fed, safe, multiple water.
Right, hang on 1 second. Look like I have mental illness for 20 years, CBT and DBT therapy, but family has shock therapy. It's around me for sure. You know, I think maybe on a wellness Wednesday, we might discuss mental health. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that. I think Edna wanted to, didn't you, darling? Edna. She's disappeared. She's gone silent on me. Anyway, so yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Edna, you back, darling?
Yes, I don't know how I got muted. Sorry. Yes, I am interested in speaking about therapy on a Wellness Wednesday. I actually just started today, so I would be happy to share as it unfolds. Like, I wouldn't share too much, of course, but
Mhm.
what I feel appropriate or comfortable sharing, that would be cool.
I think it'd be good because yeah, I mean, I can talk for blooming, for hours on it, but yeah, but I'd quite like it'd be nice to hear other people talk on it as well. So yeah, maybe we'll do that Wednesday. Anyway, I do wish you well. It's good that you get that therapy. I had CBT for a while, which did help me in certain areas, but what I need is DBT, but I can't have it because I've been told because I've had CBT, I'm not allowed to have DBT unless I pay for it, and I can't afford it. So yeah,
Oh,
that's what the
you
National
know
Health's
what?
like over here.
That's kind of the same situation I'm in. I think I'm doing the traditional CBT.
Yeah.
But D DBT is essentially what I've been doing my whole life. Mindfulness, emotional regulation, and there's like two other components of it. I just learned about it today, so it's not like cemented in my brain yet. But this stuff that you can do for yourself. Like, one technique that I came across was just kind of putting a pleasant expression on your face, so that like whenever you feel yourself being frustrated or in a bad mood or something's happening, you don't have to put a big smile, but just put a neutral expression or like a slight smile on your face. There's like science to back up it helping you actually get in a better mood. So stuff
Yeah.
like that you can do. Yeah.
They're being silly in the chat.
What I miss?
They're asking about the what the initials mean, and
Yeah.
they because I haven't heard of CBT or DBT, and
Okay.
then Capone has put KFC. That's so
NGO.
funny. Yeah, Bridget's got it right.
Thank you,
Dialect
Bridge.
Dialectical behavior therapy and cognitive behavioral therapy. Yeah, that's what they are. See, I've had the cognitive behavioral therapy, which is good. I'm not knocking it. But because I had that before I had my full diagnosis. So that doesn't actually help me. That doesn't help my
Right.
diagnosis. So yeah, so I need the dialectical behavior therapy. But hey, I get by. But do you know what? That's why I love to laugh, you know. And it's important to me to laugh. You know, both on here and also on in real life, you know. God, if you've got, and that's really good, Edna. Put a smile on your face and the world smiles back. That's what I think. Anyway, let's move on.
The bowls, but yet he makes this cat joke.
Or maybe he hit the cat. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the whole cat joke.
That
Sorry,
was
but that's
funny.
irrelevant at the moment. What do you mean it's irrelevant at the moment, Jan's views? What do you mean it's? Oh, look at her. Okay, so she's crying, laughing.
Oh God.
Over cat abuse jokes.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. She decided to change the emoji to start laughing when I'm getting very serious because I'm very protective of my 2 daughters, which are my 2 female
They're
cats.
not your
I call them
daughters.
my daughters because I'm
They're not
extremely
your
protective.
daughters.
You're
They're
not
cats.
going to do this shit.
Listen, those are
And here
his
she goes
fur
laughing
babies.
about cat abuse.
Fur babies. Yeah, maybe, but they're
Jen,
not his
this don't
daughters. We have to
it's
go
his fur
back on here.
daughters.
Okay. Right. The reason I laughed was not because of the cat joke. I didn't
Oh,
mean, I didn't really pay
why is
any
that?
attention to the cat joke. It was because of the way he spoke afterwards. That's what I
Was
laughed
it
at. But of course he
because
doesn't get that.
he's serious about his fur daughters, Jen. I
He's
would be
serious
too,
about
little Martha
everything.
and Lola.
He's
I'm
serious
sorry.
about everything. He needs to chill, man. Chill.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's irrelevant at the moment, Jan's views?
That's the bit I laughed at. That bit. It's nothing to do with the cat joke. Okay? So
Okay.
now he's going to paint a picture. Okay? Guess what I am now? I'm a
A
cat
cat
abuser.
abuser.
Yeah.
Oh, Jan.
I better tell Aska to keep away from me.
Be careful.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. Yeah, he got mad at the emoji. Yeah, exactly. Even Bridget was laughing because he was so mad. That was it. I laughed because he was so mad. That's why I put it up. It's got nothing to do with me thinking that it's okay to abuse cats. Get a grip, man. Stop
Right.
it.
I didn't think that. Yeah.
Jesus.
What do you mean it's? Oh, look at her. Okay, so she's crying, laughing over cat abuse jokes.
Oh my God.
Okay, here we go. She decided to change the emoji
Yeah, I
to
did.
start laughing when I'm getting very serious because I'm very protective
Okay.
of my 2 daughters, which
Okay.
are my 2 female
All right.
cats. I
All
call
right.
them my daughters because I'm extremely protective. You're
Yeah.
not gonna do this shit.
Okay. All right.
And
Get
here
over
she
that.
goes laughing about cat abuse.
No, I'm not laughing at cat abuse.
Sorry, but that's irrelevant at the moment. What do you mean it's irrelevant at the moment, Jan's views? What do you mean it's irrelevant at the moment? He just talked about the cat.
Yeah, and that bit. You just talked about the cat. He just doesn't get it. He just does not get it. Jeez Louise, man.
So I'm gonna talk about the cat. He made a cat joke, and he said that my cat was abused by myself. I made the cat joke. He was smearing me repeatedly, so it is relevant because he brought up the cat again. So don't tell me it's not irrelevant at the moment. All right. So do you see that? I guess she thinks this takes away from me, right? With her laughing emoji, laughing about cat abuse
Oh
instead
my
of getting serious.
God. I wasn't laughing about cat abuse, you moron. I was laughing at the way you changed and just got so mad. Oh God, yeah, you should do that, Grim. I dare you, double dare you. See, I mean, it just makes me laugh just hearing him talk like that because I don't take it seriously. Jesus. Hi, Jason. Nice to see you, darling. And I also saw Deb W. So glad you were away from him. Oh, were you in there then? You had to run away. I mean, I just have to laugh. I'm sorry, but I just have to laugh. I haven't seen a video of him hurting his cat. He hurt his cat. I haven't
I
seen
don't
that.
think so. People said it's a video that makes it look like he's punching down at the cat, but to me, it didn't look like it.
Yeah. Bridget, I want someone to change their username to Monty's cat daughter. I might do that. I might do. How long do you think I'll last in his blooming chat if I do that?
Oh, I think it would be funny. Do it, Jen.
Oh yeah, thanks. Who laughs at cat abuse? Exactly. I don't laugh at cat abuse. I was laughing at him. The moron. A grip
She
man.
thinks this takes away from me, but it's actually taken away.
You mean
from
it's
her.
irrelevant at the moment, Jan's views?
Put in the shit
What do you
out
mean
of
it's
it.
irrelevant at the moment? He just talked about the cat. So I'm gonna talk about the cat. He made a cat joke,
Oh my god.
and he said that my cat was
Mhm.
abused by myself. I made the cat joke. He was smearing me repeatedly, so it is relevant because you
Okay.
brought up the cat again.
All right.
So don't tell me it's not irrelevant at the moment.
Okay.
All right, so we have Zena here. If you don't align with Gigi because of his racism, then how is it okay that you align with others that have done the exact same thing? Make it make sense. Whoever I aligned with that is a racist.
Of course he
Who am I
is.
aligning myself with? I'm not aligning myself with anybody.
Of course he is.
Dan's view says, what's it next? Oh, okay. All right. So why didn't you show the rest of this clip, Dan's views? You see the narrative that she's putting here? When was this? This was 1:20.
Okay, another conspiracy. Okay, here we go. He's realised that I've cut off the video at a certain point. Now he's decided I've cut it off for I don't know. What are you going to come up with, Monty? I'm sure you're going to come up with something. Let me tell you guys, the reason I cut it off was because I was fed up with listening to him talk. And also because I didn't want the whole of my video, I didn't want to have too much of Gigi in it because I wasn't addressing Gigi. So, but according to Monty now, this is what he thinks. Okay, let's go. Bring it, Monty.
P1. Let's go over the disgusting thing that Jen's views just did right there, which is
It's disgusting,
try
guys.
and put things
It's disgusting.
out of context. I said I'm not aligning myself with anybody. And what does Jen's views do? She cuts it because she knows I'm gonna explain myself in a very logical fashion, in a very logical manner. So she cuts it because she knows I'm in the right.
Oh.
So remember when I had that conversation?
Yeah. Monty, you just think too deeply. You just think too deeply. It's ridiculous. I cut it because I'm sick to death of hearing that voice. That's why I cut it. It wasn't at a specific time. Oh. Have I been in his chat? Yes, I have. And he knows you. Yes, I have. I've also been on panel with him, but he did a sneaky. I did when DC first met up with Negs. I was on a panel and I think I was saying my bit about what had happened, with those two and how I couldn't believe what was happening. And that's all I said, really. I didn't slag DC off. I might have slagged Negs off, but then who doesn't? He deserves it. He's awful. So anyway, then following week or a couple of days after, he had DC on and allowed her to completely slag me off the whole time. So I wrote underneath it, I don't know if I wrote it in the chat or in the comment section. But I told him that I wasn't very happy about that and I didn't like what he'd done, and that I feel that I should now be invited back on to respond to some of the things that she had said about me, but he didn't let me. Yeah. So he knows what I'm like. He knows who I am.
Mhm.
Is she? Why is she angry now? She's always angry. The eyebrows. Anyone would be angry having those, wouldn't they? So let's get back to Mr. Conspiracy.
Was it 121? I believe so.
Look, it's so
Let
serious.
me make sure I got this right.
Oh,
Let me
go,
make sure,
man,
because this is
go.
just completely
Go,
ridiculous.
go.
All right, here we go. Here we go. I think I found it.
Oh, God.
Reading and retail. Okay, here we go.
Right, okay. Come on.
We'll start here.
Right,
So
okay.
she cuts it off.
Yeah, right.
And she did it for a reason.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go. You went up in DC's channel before that.
Okay.
Is it you again? You were up in DC's channel before they were deleted, though. Yeah, a lot of people are up in DC's
Oh my
channel. At
God,
one
you're just
point,
boring me stupid
DC
now.
and
Hang
Negs
on.
didn't like
I'm
each
going to
other.
move over
Now
to when he's
they're together.
decides that he's going to
At one
show
point,
what an
Negs was
evil
aligned with
person I
Gigi. Now
am,
they're no longer
because
that.
I
So Gigi
used
was up
to
in Negs'
react
chat
to
before,
Peter
and
Mon.
Negs was up in Gigi's chat
Honestly,
before.
guys,
How many
I
people have
loved
gone
it.
in
I
and
loved
out of
it.
liking each other in this community
All right, hang on. Where is it?
at
Okay.
times? So
Right,
why
okay.
does it
I'm
matter if I
evil,
was up in?
guys. All right. Oh. This is how evil I was.
Xena, I
Peter
thought
Mon.
you only deleted one. Then why would Mousto say, Xena,
Oh,
you're
I'm
removing
over
your
it.
own comments to erase your threatening
Oh.
trail? Pitiful. Interesting how that is.
Oh my God. Get over it,
Interesting.
man.
Anyways,
Yeah, get on with it.
we're going to go into something else here. Let's take a look at the whole Peterman situation.
Right, okay.
That transpired. If you didn't know, Peterman and Jen's Views went at it because
Well,
Jen's Views was doing a lot of foul shit to
okay.
Peterman, and Peterman had it.
Right, remember that, okay? Foul shit. That's what I was doing. Right, okay? Ready for this. I'm sorry, guys. You just have to see. You have to see the real me. What can I say?
His audience had it. He addressed Jan's Views because it was some dirty, nitpicking type of behavior.
Oh no.
From up to like 4 years ago. It's actually gross.
Oh my God.
But okay, we're going to take a look at it.
It was 4
Here we
years
go.
ago.
Here's the first one. We'll see how far we get.
Oh my God, I'm so gross. I'm sorry, guys.
Let's go.
Sorry.
So here it is. Okay, so this is our bedroom.
Alexa doesn't like his voice either,
I
guys.
just want to show you guys outside.
Who is this person? A person, triangulation at its finest. Who are you?
I'm surprised you haven't.
Who are you? Why are you
him.
in here? Talk about, what do you mean who am I triangulating? Who am I triangulating?
Just get on with it, man.
All right. Let's go back here. All right.
Voice either,
I
guys.
just want to show you guys outside later. So anyway, this is our bed.
Yeah, okay, it's a
You can see
bed.
that my husband.
Throwback. Okay, we don't want to see a throwback. I want to see where you the real reason why Peterman had a problem with you, because it's here.
No, okay.
All right, let
this is
me
how
see.
foul I was.
This is
Sorry,
the one where
guys.
he's at the hotel,
I've
and the
been
guy is just
pretending.
talking about his experience and whatnot. And Jans is just like harping at, nitpicking at every little thing. Like, holy crap.
Nice, get some water. You know that I love to get a little artwork in here. You know that I love, an intimacy kit for adults only, it says. Oh my Lord. Wonder what that has.
Move along, Peter.
Pleasure provisions.
Oh my God, no.
2 condoms, 1 personal lubricant, 1 male self-pleasure sleeve.
Oh God.
And 1 Kissaburo Tingly lip balm.
Oh,
okay.
Great.
So there, and then there's the view from this side.
Oh, let's hope he doesn't
And
film that.
We have like this TV.
Let's hope
TV,
he doesn't
like, swivels
film
around, which I think is
using
really cool.
that kit, guys.
Okay, so then when you come in here,
Why would he film with using the intimacy kit? Seriously, are you gonna nitpick at everything? Okay, let's hear a little bit more.
Good Lord.
You can see that my husband is hard at work right
right here.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's like a couch.
Yeah.
All
Really
right,
nice.
listen, you piece of shit, Air Petty Plum. You're a dumbass. Don't ever come in my chat and don't ever
Oh.
abuse my mod ever again. Get the F out of here, you dumbass.
Oh, and this is someone. Can we please remember how, you know, he's really he doesn't censor people. Okay, that's 3 people he's thrown out. Okay, moving on.
Let's continue.
That's a
And
thing.
little sitting area with like all
Yeah,
that.
it looks fairly basic to me. Sorry, guys.
That you can see where you can swivel the TV.
Okay,
Yeah, back of the TV.
And
this room is basic. Are you serious? This room is basic.
Yep.
Really, this room is basic.
Yes.
Like nitpicking at its finest. So we had 2 beds with 2 different TVs here in the room
God.
in Las Vegas with so many amenities. Look at this. You got 2 different TVs for the 2 beds beside
So, can you forgive me for being so foul? I'm sorry, guys. Sorry.
each other. You have a whole different section that you can close and close off, but this is Peterman. You're nitpicking about every single thing. Every single video Peterman would bring out, Jan's Views would nitpick the shit out
Not
of.
every video. That's wrong.
And then she was wondering, why is Peterman's audience having an issue? Well, because of this, you're a nitpicker. And you were offensive.
So first of all, let's get into what cookies we had for today. Let me just tell you.
Nobody cares!
Hold on a second.
Sorry about
Not one soul!
September 6th through September 11th. The cookies that we
Now pay attention, as this is one of the most exciting parts of the review, where Don Mon decides that he needs better lighting.
And then she calls him Don Mon.
He's in the car park and he's reading, just showing us pictures of his phone, because he likes to give
Right, like, what is this?
He likes to give all the information out there about the products. And then he realises that he hasn't got good lighting. So he now proceeds to drive around the car park until he can find a favourable position.
Yeah, go do that, Cardi B. Like,
Right, what he doesn't notice, right, is all the editing that I used to do. I didn't just sit in front of my computer like he does in some bare room just talking about somebody else. I do editing on my videos and it takes a long time for me to do it. But I do it because I want to produce a decent video. Now, has anyone noticed me being foul and what else did he call me? Foul and shitty or something? Because I haven't noticed it. But yeah, apparently I am. I'm just horrible.
Stop being a coward and be on your way. If you don't like what I'm talking about, then leave.
Oh.
But here we go. Jen's Views again, disparaging Peterman, calling him Don Peter. Anything and everything he does, she nitpicks the crap out of.
Right, he couldn't even get the nickname right. Don Mon, I called him. I just thought it went well. Just thought, you know, instead of Peter Mon, I call him Don Mon. I thought it went well. Nothing deeper than that. But hey, I'm sure he's going to make a big deal out of that. Oh my Lord.
And this is the reason why his audience, well, I shouldn't say his entire audience, but a lot, maybe some, maybe most of his audience went after you. So you can spill the narrative however you want.
You haven't got a clue. Not a bloody Scooby-Doo what actually happened. And in fact, you know, Peter Mon's quite lucky that he's in America. Because had he been in England, I probably would have sued him for what he did. Because he lied. He said that I was harassing him. He said that I was harassing his family and blah, 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 blah. No, I was just doing reaction videos. I was just taking the mickey out of him. There's nothing wrong with that. I was reacting. Nothing more, nothing less. But of course, Monty now is going to try and make out just how foul I was. No wonder Peter Mon came after me. This is the type of person Monty is, guys. Okay, just remember that.
Jan's views, but this is why.
I would love to do videos like that.
All right, we got enough of this. Let me put in another clip. Should I go with the
So he's still trying to find where I'm being like really mean and hateful, and I've forgotten what he called me. What did he call me? Gross, and yeah, he's still trying to find that. That rumour spread far and wide because that's what I've always heard, that you were harassing Peter, and I've never watched him. Exactly, Bridget. So Monty doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. He really doesn't have a clue. He's worried that somebody's calling him Jack, whatever it was. Forgotten his stupid name. Or Jason something or other. But the reality is, I went through it because of Peter Mon. Because I put these fun videos together. I was never rude. I was never... It was all done in jest. And if he didn't get my humour, then that's the issue with him. The situation was that Peter Mon is so precious and thinks he's so wonderful. How dare somebody make fun of him? And I wish, I mean, people were saying, oh, you know, there was even a rumour saying that, oh, he was going to take me to court. He was going to do that. I wish he had taken me to court. I'd have loved it if he'd taken me to court and shown those videos. I really do. Because I've got nothing to be ashamed of as far as Peter Mon's concerned. But, you know, as Bridget said, that rumour follows around behind me all the time. And the same with the Fedora one, where I've doxed her and I've doxed her family. So, yeah, Monty doesn't have a clue. And in actual fact, for me, him trying to paint me in a certain light here just shows me how disgusting he is, really, to do that. Because he doesn't know the history. He doesn't know what happened.
What's interesting though is he's kind of doing the same thing that you're fighting against, where he's sitting up here saying that he's fighting against this, any kind of rumor being told about him with this this fish account and everything, but
Yeah.
he's kind of perpetuating the rumors that are following you around.
I know.
It's interesting, yeah.
And who does that though? I wouldn't do that to somebody else. I really wouldn't. I just no. But anyway, it's it just shows the making of the man, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, he should be ashamed of himself actually, but here you go. He's still I wanted to play this because I was laughing at this earlier because I just couldn't believe how pathetic his attempts were to make me look bad.
About the moms, yes, about the moms. Like, I'm like, this is so ridiculous. Why would you nitpick this?
Oh my goodness, look at that outfit.
My husband is going to be like,
someone's very giddy today.
Went overboard this year. The Amazon
Calling him Don Juan, huh?
Oh, he's leaving. So I guess it's not for me. I was kind of
say bye to him.
Hi.
All right, you're disparaging my mod and you're being rude. Get the F out of here, Cardi B, you dumbass.
Oh, find somebody else.
I knew you would. I have to tell you, look, right here, we have a farm.
Yeah.
Welcome to Indiana.
Gravel.
So anyway.
It's an iron farm, he pointed out. Why do you need to talk about an iron farm?
So anyway, okay.
This can only get better, guys.
Went to the farmer's market today. I wanted to get another white mum, but almost all of the white mums were gone there. There were only 2, I think, left, and they weren't in great
guessing when he
condition.
says mums,
so I ended up
he actually means chrysanthemums.
Yes, that's what he means.
Why does he
It's
call
too
them
much. You guys, it's too
chrysanthemums?
much.
He doesn't want to call them chrysanthemums. He calls them moms. Why is that a problem? And why are we nitpicking the crap out of Peter Mon calling chrysanthemums mums? Like, why is that an issue? This is the reason why some, maybe most, maybe a lot of his audience decided to, hey, we have a problem with Jen's views nitpicking the shit out of Peter Mon and calling him Don Peter.
Come on. I mean, it's just so ludicrous. All I can do is laugh at it, and I'm not going to keep repeating everything. I know what he said to his people. I know. Do you know this guy, this huge YouTuber? On the day that he said something to me on Twitter, it started on Twitter, and I said to him, "Listen, if you had an issue with me." He didn't really give me the opportunity to explain that it was all, in jest. But I did, I did say that to him. And do you know what he did? He actually, it was when they used to have, I think it was called You Now. And so he used to do that. And I always noticed that when he was in You Now, I think it was You Now, he used to be more of himself. So I started sort of doing videos reacting to the way he really was. And I think that was behind it. He didn't like the fact that I was going to speak out on him being fake. And there was one instance where there's a big sort of YouTube makeup YouTube person called Petty Page, who comes from Britain. So, I used to keep an eye on her. Don't like her, not my cup of tea at all. But what happened was he was having a set to with her, and it was in the You Now. So he was sort of acting differently to what he does on YouTube. And he was so rude to Petty Page, and she didn't even get to say very much. And he was just so awful, obnoxious, spoke over her all the time, and just so rude. Guys, there's a video. I know people hate it when people say this, but there is a video on my channel where I go over that. So what you need to do homework and find out exactly what did happen between Peter Mon and myself. Peter Mon didn't like the fact that I spoke up about him and the way he spoke to Petty Page. The way he spoke to her was disgusting. So, yeah, do your
What
homework,
did he say
Monty.
about it? Did he address it?
Did who address it?
Did Peter Mon address what you had to say about how he spoke to Petty Fam
Oh,
or
yeah,
Paige?
he did a lot of he did a lot of, how do they say, and they try and cover it over. And a lot of people
Oh,
were
him and
really
Han?
so I think he may have taken it down, but it is, if you're interested, it is
Oh,
on my
okay.
it is on my channel. I didn't know that. What are you doing in here? You're one of Paige's mods. I didn't know that, Amber. So am I telling the truth here about what happened? Now, Amber will know. Am I telling the truth about what happened with Peter Mon talking to Paige when he was on that You Now? I think he's probably deleted it, but Amber. Oh, yes, she says, I remember that all very well. I know. So, yeah, you get ahead and ban them. That's really funny, Amber. That is so funny. But do you know what? I don't really I'm not over keen on her, Amber. I have to be honest. She's just a bit too mouthy for me. But hey, each to their own. But I tell you what, listen, you know what I'm like, and I just thought, she's a black girl, and do you remember when it went down? Oh my God, do you remember when it went down in Houston? Amber. Oh my God. I had a lot to say about that as well. And that made me see her in a different light. But whatever I think of her, I hate to see somebody bully somebody else. And him in that, I keep saying you now, I think it was him in that stream was disgusting. And I stood up for her. I don't think she likes me actually. But it doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
sure
keep
she
my eye out
appreciated
for
your
you then,
kind
Amber.
words.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Oh, no, I was just gonna say, I'm sure that Paige appreciates your kind words, like standing up for her.
I was just disgusted in it. And it also,
Yeah.
you know, it also just showed me a different side to him. And there was a time when a lot of people were beginning to see a different side to him. And it just all sort of culminated in you know, in at that time, put it that way. And then of course I'm coming at me with my big mouth and I'm, you know, but I did do a serious video on that. But the other videos, they're just all, you know, fun videos. They're just taking the mickey out of him, really. But yeah. Oh, that's really interesting, Amber. Yeah, she's moved on. She's got 2 kids now, hasn't she? Yeah. You know, oh, that's another issue. But yeah, I did reach out to her once because this is so off topic, but I'll just say the type of person that I am, I can't help it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the same, you know. It's literally okay. Jan has literally always been herself. I respect that though. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, I am. I mean, I can't be anyone else. God, who choose to be this? Do you know what I'm saying? But I did reach out to her once, and it was on a race issue. Petty Page is black, and she's married to a white guy. And when she had her first child, it was very fair. And she sort of, you know, put out comments that, you know, she was struggling a bit with it. And I
Oh,
thought,
wow.
I'm going to reach out to her because
Yeah.
I understood that, you know, I understood what it was like because my first child was very fair, blonde hair, blue eyes. People didn't think she was mine. So, you know, when Petty Page said that, I mean, it's years ago now, I did reach out to her and I just said, if you ever want to talk, you know, I'm always here. So yeah, that's the kind of person I am. Can't help it. Anyway, let's just finish this and then we'll be gone.
Why did they call them chrysanthemums? Too much. I bought another yellow mom, and
just call them
chrysanthemums. Now have okay. I'll
you know what? It was annoying me that he was calling them mums. Though I've never heard anyone call them mums.
Yeah, that's what we say over here. That's so funny.
Oh, Bridge. So you know who she is, and she just put out a post a few weeks ago how her and her son were turned away from a barber shop because they didn't do black hair. Yeah, yeah. I'm not surprised, bless her. I don't like that, you know, because I've gone through it. People don't understand, you know. And I hoped that she would realise that I was being genuine in sort of reaching out because I
Right.
through the same thing. There are places over here that don't do black hair. I grew up looking like a poodle because they didn't know how to do my hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there.
I had to wear braids a
Then
lot
I also
because of
bought
it.
this blanket
Okay.
at Costco today because this guy was carrying it around, and I was like, "Oh, I want one of those." So I went and got it, but they only had it in it for a twin size bed. So I got it anyway that we could just use it for a throw. And then when I was bringing stuff up, I was
This Nola Boo saying Peter Mon is a very classy man. That's one thing he isn't. He's not a classy man. Right. I'm trying to figure out who this guy is. And if it's Peter, you don't know him. Yeah, it's Peter Mon. And you know, he's built his, you know, his channel off of just acting like this, really. And he's got 6 channels, and he's just full of BS, quite honestly. But anyway,
was like, oh my God, this matches perfectly on my front.
Oh my God!
Why are you telling him to breathe?
This can be my little snuggle, cozy
you
blanket
really
throw.
don't understand why I would say breathe, Peter. Jesus, is he really that dumb?
Yourself, because we all know that Alex isn't going out there.
Because, you know, in October, it's still kind of warm in Indianapolis, so you can still do that. So let me tell you, okay, I have one fern right here that I'm trying to water and bring back to life. I have another fern
Just
hanging,
water it. It's not
doing
difficult.
pretty well.
Why
And
are you
I'm going to put
trying
those
to
on at the
water
back.
it?
Okay, this is too much. He just said he's going to water the fern. Why are you telling him to water? He just said he is going to water the fern. You know what? This is just ridiculous. And this is the exact reason why what happened with Jen's views and Peterman's audience happened.
Right. All I'm going to say to Monty is do your homework, matey. Okay? Do your homework. You're talking out of your backside. Stick. If I were you, okay, I wanted to have a laugh tonight, but I haven't had much of a laugh. But anyway, that's the buy. I've laughed a bit. One thing I would say to dear Monty is there is a reason. There is a reason that you choose to react to obese woman. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why you sit in front of a camera without taking any care to present yourself in a reasonable way. There's a reason why you have no sense of humor. I would suggest if you're coming for me, do your homework, matey, because I will always say what actually happened. You tried to make me look like I was nasty, I was coming for him, I was evil, I was this, I was that. You proved nothing. Absolutely nothing, Monty. So, as he said earlier on today, he's going to be responding. You know, he'll respond again. Bring it. Bring it. Respond again. But one thing you need to be aware of, Monty, is that I do homework. I do research. Okay? So I will research you if I have to. I don't particularly want to because I don't find you interesting in any way. In fact, this whole video has proven to me that you don't know your ass from your elbow. But bring it on, Monty. Let's see. Let's see what you're going to do now. Okay? Because I think I've made you look like a class clown. But you just bring it, Monty. You don't worry me. You don't intimidate me. And I'll tell you, you speak to me again like that when I'm in your chat, if I ever were to go in your boring chat, I'll do a video every single day pointing out exactly who you are. So you just stay doing what you're good at. Well, you think you're good at. Okay, you just made yourself look like a total moron. I may be all singing and dancing, joking and laughing, but I'm no fool and I won't be disrespected. Especially by somebody like you. So, pew pew, as Bridget says, whenever I write something, under a video, Bridget always comes up with something that makes me laugh. Anyway, I'm sorry to finish on that like that, but it had to be said. I'm just sick and tired of, yeah, nobody puts Jan in the corner. Absolutely, 100%. Listen, I'm an open book. Too open sometimes, I know. What you got to say? What you got to say, Edna? You're still there, darling. You can come out of hiding now, sweetness. She's gone for a wander again. Unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Edna.
I'm not muted, am I?
No, you're back now. Right, what'd you
Okay.
say? You're supposed to
Oh,
be...
I was just saying that on that note, thank you for another great Drama Friday, and I'll see you on Wellness Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going to do, I think, Mental Health Wellness Wednesday. I just, I'd sort of been putting it off a bit because I don't want it to be depressing. But guys, if we can, in our little group, we can all chat about it, then I'm
Well,
happy
I
with
don't think
that.
we should talk about mental illness. We should talk about mental wellness.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Mm-hmm. So, that's not to negate or to ignore the illnesses, but what do we do to turn those illnesses into wellness? Like for me,
Right.
I am utilizing the tool of therapy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Maybe
Yeah.
you could work on me a bit, honey. I need it.
Oh, you know what? I think just getting out here, being vulnerable, and having fun with this because I think you might be helping Monty more than you know because one thing is Monty does take this a little too seriously. Once he go hard, it's like he doesn't just go 100, he goes 200. It's like
Oh yeah.
Monty, we're still having fun. It's just YouTube, we have to dial it down just a little bit. So, of course he's probably gonna respond, but hopefully, I think he does. I think he should listen to a few points in particular. Like, you don't have to be disrespectful. You are a woman
Yeah.
of a particular age. There's some respect that should be had. Just decorum. We're civilized people, but just have fun with it.
Yeah. And that's what I try to do. But, I do have a serious side and I have my standards, if you like, and I want respect. Don't sit there and try and twist the narrative and call me all sorts of things and accuse me of doing all sorts of things when and try and prove it by showing some of my silly little videos. Listen, man, you just made yourself look like an idiot. So I want to say thank you so much to Edna. Edna, you're an absolute darling. You really are. You said, I'm glad that you kind of get me, and I'd hate to think that I upset you in any way. I really would. So
Oh no. And you know what, Jen? Honestly, I would tell you, like, I wouldn't just let something go unsaid if I thought it was appropriate or if it's something that I needed to get off my chest, I would tell you.
okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you, my darling, and I will see you on where are we? I've forgotten. On Monday, on
Okay.
Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Oh, Jesus, on Wednesday. And I'm going to say a huge thank you, especially to everybody who stayed here for all this time. So sorry, guys, but I just wanted to sort of, just show what an absolute tosser he is. And thank you all. Thank you to my wonderful mod. You're wonderful. And yeah, I'm going to go before I get too gushy. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Smile and see the beauty in life because there is a lot of beauty in life. There really is. I'll chat to you all soon. You take care now. Bye bye for now.